So we finally moved to our new condo, and today in this video I'm going to show you guys how we set things up. A few weeks ago we moved from our old studio apartment.
This is the studio that the two of us, my husband and I, lived in for almost 5 years. And it's 320 square feet, small, but it has served us very well.
By the way, we only paid $12.80 per month, yes.
And yeah, as you guys know, we bought a condo.
Also a studio apartment, by the way, which we purchased for under $500,000. And you can watch the full story of our house hunting journey up here in case you haven't. And at first we thought, let's just try and do this move ourselves. But we didn't have a car, and on second thought, we had actually accumulated quite a bit of stuff over these almost 5 years. So in the end, we decided, okay, let's just hire a moving company. And we hired this company called Let's Get Moving. We paid around $700, which is not a small amount of money, I must say, but everything got done super fast and the movers were very professional. So within just about 3 hours, they moved all of our stuff from our old apartment to our new condo. So this was our new empty condo we moved in a few weeks ago. It's a studio apartment, almost 40 square meters or 400 square foot.
Okay, I didn't know that we had so much stuff, but yeah, we have more space now, so it should fit, I think.
We placed our bed at the end of the room because that's the only place it really made sense. Initially, we thought that we could place the bed lengthwise like this, facing this way, but that ended up being too close to the bathroom, which is here, so we ended up not doing it. And I like the way it is here because when we wake up, we can look at the view outside. And I think that people would put their bed lengthwise like this if they needed nightstands on either side, but I don't feel the need for a nightstand, so this just worked out perfect. There is just enough space to put this small side table with the TV on this side. And I also have this little lamp here from IKEA, which I just love, and I usually turn it on before going to bed. And there's just enough space to access the closet here on this side. And yes, miraculously, all of our clothes, mine and my husband's, fit into this closet. Living the studio life for almost 5 years in our previous apartment has trained us to live with less stuff. I have a little drawer and boxes here from IKEA, but I still need to get the space more organized. One thing about the bed, it's not the best design. I mean, the color is not my favorite, but I quite like it. And most of all, it's super functional, especially for a studio apartment. You see, the bed is lifted about 30 centimeters. We put all our large suitcases back here and also here. And we got it on Amazon for like just $180 or so. I couldn't find the exact one, but if you want to get something like this, I've linked down something similar to this bed frame in the descriptions below. So now to our workspace. And by the way, in the studio, everything has a double function. So the awesome thing is these bright windows. And on a bright day like today, I prefer to close these blinds, partially at least. But I can imagine that in the fall or in the winter when it's darker, it's really nice to have these super huge windows. And these blinds were already there, by the way. These belong to the previous owner, but honestly, I don't like them too much because they really have this office-like feel. I'd rather get some of those horizontal cloth blinds, but they're just so expensive, so let's just see later. So each of us has their own workstation. Yes, even in a studio as small as this one, we managed to separate our working areas. My husband works here when he's not at the office 4 days a week. He's got this nice bamboo laptop stand. I really like this. So you can get a bit organized here. And yes, he has this gaming chair. It's actually red, bright red, but he got a black cover on Amazon to cover it, and now it kind of blends in a bit better with the rest of our studio. So where do I work? I like to switch spots, so I actually have 3 working spots at home. One is this table here, which also doubles as our dining table. So we had these 2 tables, my table and my husband's desk, since we first moved to Canada, so almost 5 years. They look quite nice, I think. And most importantly, they're foldable. So if you don't want to use them, you can just store them away by folding them. Anyway, I like to work here on my laptop, and since the height of this desk is not quite ideal, sometimes I raise my laptop a bit using this laptop stand here. In these 5 years of living in Canada, I got so many things from Amazon, and a lot of things I got have proved to be quite durable, but also affordable at the same time. So in case you want to check out any of these items, I left all the links down below in the descriptions. The second place I work is here, my temporary standing desk. I always wanted a standing desk, but I thought that I'd test it first before committing. So we got this cabinet here. to put books and office stuff, and yeah, it's still a mess. But you can see it even fits my printer here, and I got paper on top, so if I wanted to print something I just need to connect it to the power outlet below here. So I like that. And on top of that, my iMac, where I do most of my editing, is here, and it's just a bit darker around this corner, so it's nicer to do editing. So every day I work standing for a couple of hours, and I've tried it for a few weeks now, and I don't know, perhaps I'll finally commit to a standing desk. And I've even put a set of barbells here beneath, so in between I can just do a short workout if I want to. And my third workplace here is on the sofa. Yes, the green old sofa. We also brought this sofa over from the old studio apartment, and it happened to fit just right along this wall. So when I sit here, I can look out, enjoy the view. And to work, I simply use this laptop pillow here, but I don't do it for too long, maybe maximum for an hour or so when I just do some light work. Or if I want to watch a short video, I can just tilt my iMac screen here. The only thing that I feel I'm lacking here is a small coffee table. I wish I had a tiny coffee table so I wouldn't need to put my glass or my coffee on a chair, but I'll take my time to look for that. Okay, now let's go on to the kitchen, which of course is like 2 seconds away from the bed. And at first I thought we didn't have enough space for stuff, but it turned out that somehow everything fit here. I have my Brita water filter over here, so we do drink tap water, but make sure that we always filter it first, and water does taste much better after filtering. And over here I've got everything coffee. Our water boiler, this is from Bodum, by the way. We had it since 5 years. At first I thought it wouldn't last, but it actually did, and it did a very, very good job. And most of all, I love the design. It's not ugly like most water boilers, and this blends in very well with all my other appliances. And of course, my Bodum French press. This is how I make coffee every morning. I grind the beans fresh, and we have this coffee grinder here, which is really life-changing. So I buy the coffee beans from Amazon instead of buying them in small packets, which are much more expensive. I buy them in large bags. We grind them fresh every morning. One thing I really want to get is nice rattan baskets. These here are from IKEA, these organizers, and I don't really like how it looks, but at least it keeps everything nice and tidy for now. Dining. Let's head to the dining area. So we eat over here because I don't work and eat at the same time, so we can just use the same space. The difference is just when I work, I use this chair here. It's not leather, but it has this nice leather optic, and I just changed out the wheels, by the way, and it really glides so smoothly now. Too smoothly sometimes. So if you have an office chair at home that kind of feels stuck, you can just change out the wheels and don't need to throw out the whole thing. But for dining, I like to switch to these chairs here, these white IKEA chairs, so it just gives me a change of atmosphere. And we also put a bunch of plants here. I still need to find some pots for them, some nice porcelain pots. These are just cartons we use for our move, but I'd really love to have some more plants. Before we continue with the bathroom, a quick look at the entrance area. It has this very, very mini hallway area, which is just like 1.5 meters long, but it's better than nothing. So at least you have some separation before you come into the main room. So on this side, we have the washing machine and dryer, and on this side we have a closet, a very spacious closet. So we have our jackets, socks, bike helmet. It's kind of turned into our storage area as well. So we also store things like unused boxes and toilet paper, kitchen towels, and shoes that we don't wear as often, and a suitcase. This is actually a lot of space, and I just need to get it a bit more organized so I can do more with it. And on this side, we have our coat hanger. Here we put our shoes, the shoes that we frequently use, so just 2 or 3 pairs each, and then some bags and hats. So really just the main essentials. So this is quite multifunctional. Store your shoes and use it to sit and tie your shoes. So let's check out the bathroom. This is the shower, and we actually installed our own shower head here. It's just much better than the original one, and it has a charcoal filtration system in it. We also got this from Amazon. And the shower caddy here, we brought this from our old apartment. It's from IKEA. I'm thinking of getting one of those large pole caddies that you can fit into the corner and that also fits a lot more stuff, but I haven't found the right one yet. So over here under the sink is our laundry basket, one laundry basket. And on the left hand side, there's again, this little IKEA drawer for cosmetics and stuff like that. And here over the toilet, we installed this over the toilet cabinet. And this one also was from Amazon. I really love this. I love the color. It's made of bamboo material. And here we store stuff like toilet paper, cotton pads, hair dryer, lotion, and stuff like that. So it's a small bathroom, but it does its job. Oh, and one more thing. This unit actually came with a locker. It's quite spacious, around 2 times 3 meters large. And since we didn't really need it, yes, we really don't have that much stuff, we decided to rent it out to someone else in the building for $80 per month. So not bad, right? That's extra income for us. We rented it out for 6 months at a time. So 6 times $80, $480. So what do you guys think of this place? It's quite small, but it works very well for the 2 of us, and I find it completely sufficient. It's very easy and fast to clean, and it also helps us not to accumulate a lot of stuff. And most importantly, of course, the maintenance fees are low, because with a larger place comes a larger maintenance fees as well. Before we came to Canada, we lived in Indonesia in this huge house. It was 180 square meters large, so much larger than this place. And although it was a really nice house, it was just a lot of work. We had to take care of the garden, and there was so much to clean, or we had to pay someone to clean the house. So at this stage of our lives, I just feel that living in a studio apartment is much more practical. And I hope that this video kind of gave you an idea of what it's like living in a studio and whether or not it might work out for 2 people. So in case you're looking to buy an apartment and you see all these 1-2 bedroom apartments that are just completely unaffordable, perhaps you might want to consider something like a studio apartment, a slightly larger studio apartment. So maybe not a 30 square meter one, but closer to 40 meter plus. That might work out for you. So guys, now you might also be interested to know what it costs to live in a condo like this. And by cost, I don't just mean the mortgage, but I mean the maintenance fee and the utilities and so on. So that is something that I'll be covering in another video, so stay tuned for that. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.